Bahia de Banderas translates directly from Spanish to English as Bay of Flags. It is a major bay on the Pacific coast of Mexico, located across the states of Jalisco and Nayarit. The 9th floor rooftop at the V condominiums in Bucerias, where we were staying, was a great place for whale and bird watching. But we didn't come all this way to Mexico to stay put. Our first outing within days of arriving started at 5 a.m. We booked an excursion with Birding in Mexico. We were going with Alejandro Rodriguez, whom we met in the parking lot before sunrise, to the Sierra Vallejo. The Sierra Vallejo is a tropical mountain range in the Sierra Madres Mountains located at the northern end of the Banderas Valley area. We didn't see any jaguars, but we did see a variety of birds like the streak-backed oriole and the golden-cheeked woodpecker. This is nice and close. Getting some really good footage here. Anytime you see lifer on the video, it indicates that it's the first time in my life I've seen this particular bird. There were many on this trip, like this tropical kingbird. Next, we seen a flock of elegant quail trying to get away as quickly as possible. When a bird is described as endemic to a region, it means that the species is naturally only found in that specific area and nowhere else in the world. Here's a green kingfisher, a lifer for me. We're used to seeing the belted kingfisher in Ontario, and to my surprise, they were here also. It's always nice to see some familiar faces away from home. Here's a pair of herons we never see back home, the little blue heron and the tricolored heron hanging out together. Tricoloreds are blue, gray, purple, and white. Here's the white-faced ibis, another wading bird. It can also have a multitude of colors, but looks darker from a distance. The snowy egret is smaller than the more common great egret. It grows to 23 inches tall, while the great egret tops out at 39 inches. Finally, one of the highlights of the trip, the Kalima pygmy owl. It's smaller than the sawwood owl from Ontario, weighing in at a whopping 1.5 ounces and 5 inches long. A difficult bird to see in the wild. We were lucky to have seen two, not just one. We saw several gray hawks that grow up to 24 inches long and eat mostly snakes and lizards, which is fine with my wife, who hates snakes. Here's another familiar face from Ontario, the black-crowned night heron. A black-crowned sighting is rare in this area. It's not even listed in the Field Watcher's Guide. But we have plenty in summer months in Ontario. Well, it was a full day and time to head home, but a great egret tried to stop us from leaving, until we promised to return someday. A few days later, we were back on the road again with our favorite cabbie, Ramon, heading to San Pancho. San Pancho has it all. Great restaurants, shopping, a Class A beach, and best of all, plenty of wildlife. There's a pond near the surfboard rentals that had some surprises for us. If it isn't a northern shoveler, named after its shovel-shaped beak, that's another Ontario summer duck. You can find these guys in North America, Mexico, Europe, Asia, Central America, and the Caribbean. A magnificent frigate bird hitting the water like this is highly unusual and very risky. They can't swim because their feathers are not waterproof. If they are unfortunate enough to end up in the water, they will drown. Distinguished by their massive size, long bent wings, two-pronged forked tails, and largely black plumage. On our third outing, we headed out to the Marianas Islands, nicknamed the Mexican Galapagos, due to the fact in this area they have the Blue Footed Boobie that is only found here and in the Galapagos. Check out the blue feet on these birds. This was one of the highlights of our trip to the islands. In the early 1900s, the Mexican Navy was using the islands for target practice. which is where the numerous cays and arches were formed. Later they realized they should be protected as a national park. Had to use this pocket guide to find them as they weren't mentioned in the Banderas quick guide. A blue baby booby or a baby blue booby? This little guy was early this year as the mating season had only just begun. Anybody looking for a boat? The Emily had washed up on the shores of the main island. It won't be easy getting out. A colony of brown-footed boobies watching us sail by. Not as famous as their blue-footed cousins. Did you know there were several species of boobies? Red-footed, brown-masked, and of course the blue-footed booby. Did you know they're also related to the northern gannet, as in the northern gannet in Newfoundland? There are up to 100 different species on the island and the world's largest breeding colony of brown-footed boobies. I should also mention Hidden Beach, where you are allowed to visit for 20 minutes at low tides. We weren't really interested. We were here for the wildlife. Another highlight of the trip, the red-billed tropic bird. We saw several. The red-billed tropic bird is easily identified as a tropic bird by its long streaming tail feathers and white plumage. It was time to call it a day, and what a day it was. Numerous first sightings. We started heading back to the mainland. But our adventure wasn't over just yet. We spotted whales on the way back, stopping to listen to whale song with an underwater microphone. Once we got back to the mainland, guess who was waiting there for us? John, Paul, George, and Ringo. They must have flown ahead just to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it. Bye for now.